Am I the A beep for calling my husband a participation trophy husband? I don't even know why I'm laughing because I don't even know what this is about, but okay. Background. Me, female 28, and my husband, I'll call him B, A-O-B, M29, have known each other for 8 years and got married 6 years ago. He's worked the same job for years. This is important. And even when we were dating, he would brush me off for his job. Me and B, when we first got together, it was a fairy tale. And also, when we first got together, he started working his new job and current one. At first, he would make sure to make time for me and whatnot. But after our first year, he got more busy and then started to cancel on me. After we got engaged and then eventually married, it happened even more. It was unbearable at times. When I would talk to him about it, his response would be, I make more than you and my job is important. Let me continue reading there. Let me not get excited. Without my travels and late nights, we wouldn't have a nice house or food or something along those lines. It always made me mad as he only made a bit more than me, but I would brush it off. After a year, we got pregnant with our first, which while he did come home more and stuff after she was born, he started to go do his late nights and work trips again, which, okay, fine. She was a few months, that's fine. But now she's 3 and is starting to ask, where's daddy? It hurt me as my dad, while there at home as a kid, he was not that present in my life. And that makes sense. Oh, God. And as she's coming up on 4 soon, I want her to have a small but fun party with some girls from the dance team. She started soon after turning 3, as she also been more moving and dance, if that makes sense, and she loves it. Yo, guys, this is gonna be heavy. I can already feel it. I can already feel it. Okay, but let me continue. Yo, okay. Well, when I told B, he said, what a day. I told him his response. I have a meeting that day, but go ahead with the party. She will have fun and understand why I can't go. I got pissed and was livid. I started to yell at him, saying stuff like, he's barely present in our marriage, and now he's really going to be present in our child's life. He got mad and started screaming back. And eventually he made a remark about how, even though my dad was in the house, I guess he didn't love me enough to actually be present in my life. And that ticked me off, so I called him a participation trophy husband. All along, as I feel like a single mother, the man I married is barely in love with me. At least that's what I feel like, and stormed off. He's not upset, and probably now upset, and only really talking to me to ask about our daughter. I feel like I crossed the line because every time I look at him, he looks upset. So, am I the a-hole? Edits. There has been some assumptions that I set him up for failure. I did not. He told me he was off that day, so that's why I planned the party that day. The date of the party is September 24th. I'm planning ahead so that way I can be prepared, as she has 6 friends from her dance class she wants at her party, which is 7 toddlers including her. I want to apologize for my lack of punctuation. I wrote in a hurry and was upset. That's my fault. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, because I thought I was the one who was reading at grade 1 level. Okay, I thought I had reading problems, and I was asking myself why, because a girl did, dip her toe into the master's pool, so clearly she can read on some level, passed her LSATs, passed her SATs, you know. So thank you. Okay, back to you, baby. I'm worried because the way you guys fight, ne? It's vicious. You guys are vicious. And I get that y'all were heated and you were angry and, but it's vicious. He shouldn't be bringing up your dad. And I do apologize for laughing at the top about the way you labeled it. But also, you guys just need therapy or a divorce. If therapy doesn't work, I recommend a good divorce attorney. And you just let me say this. I'm never one to advocate for the separation of families. I'm never one to advocate for kids growing up without both parents. But circumstances, life happens. And in those instances, my thing is whatever is best for the child should trump everybody else's feelings. Now, that being said, your home obviously isn't functioning the way it's supposed to. He needs to go investigate and understand why he finds value in monetary presence over physical presence. And I'm not saying the money part isn't important. It really is. It absolutely is. But also, I feel like you knew from year one what type of gent he was. If you guys haven't put in the work, haven't gone to therapy, that's unlikely to change. That's why I'm saying go to therapy. He was dipping in and out of your life from year one, and yet you committed to him. He was dipping in and out when you were his fiance and canceling on you. When you were married, you barely saw him. So I don't know what the expectation was post that. Maybe you thought once you had a kid, he'd be more involved in the child's life, but that's who he is, ne? I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying the signs were there for you to say, okay, baby, this is what this is. I'd like to remedy it, blah, blah, blah. He's toxic for bringing up your daddy. Not cute. I mean, technically, he is a participation trophy husband, but you shouldn't have said it. You should have just thought it and kept it to yourself. I apologize for laughing. This is a serious matter, and it affects you. So I'm gonna take it seriously. Yeah, I recommend therapy. And I do apologize that your baby girl has to suffer this. I'm so sorry. Tragic.